beautiful morning. Those medical helicopters can't do near as much as those Black Hawks can. Every time I see the medical helicopters, they look so different than the Black Hawks. The Black Hawks come out of nowhere like bats out of hell. Do, 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 do. Those little medical helicopters, there has to be a significant price difference, because just watching them in the sky, you can see the power and the way that those Black Hawks can move, and you can see why they're worth, $70 million. Those little medical bags, like the little medical helicopters, they move completely different. They're just poking along in the sky. It's funny. It is. Two way different pieces of machinery, for sure. I mean, thank God for medical helicopters, but there has to be a significant price difference, because one is much slower than the other and doesn't have as much power and force. I mean, the way that they operate in the sky is completely different. It seems like the Black Hawk can maneuver and do things that a medical helicopter cannot. I don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, it's not like I gave this a go. I'm just assuming from sitting here watching planes all day that they're way different. Way, way different. I'm just sitting out here watching airplanes. 100%. I want to go to the beach. It might rain about 3 o'clock. I figured if I can get up in the woods by 12, do some cross country, by 3 o'clock I'll be good and worn out, and I'll be ready for a nap when it rains. That's my plan. But this is Florida, so we get 265 days of sunshine. I don't know. never does. Damn it. I'm rushing. Oh, let's get gas. 288. Honey, you talked me into it. Yes, I will. I sure will. Say no more. And damn, this motherfucker is packed. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Dang, it's the Lord's Day. Oh. Oh. Hold on. Oh, God. We made it. We made it. Where's my card? I got gas last night, too. Stopped and put 40 in before bed. Let's do it. Get out the shower again. Good morning, y'all. Feels hot. It's already like freaking 90 degrees. Let's see. $87. I guess I'm glad to know it wasn't my fuel injectors. It was the sensors that was messing up my gas mileage. Hey, Critter. Good morning. Yeah, I'm glad to know it was my sensors and my tires doing that. $48.69, and I put in 40 last night. And it's already 87 degrees. Coming through, baby. You know, it's crazy because I've started to notice that in the summer I'll make more money, a few, like $100 or $200 more. What are you doing? Oh my God, this idiot, what a dumbass. And in the winter, you don't make as much. YouTube doesn't pay as much for some reason, probably because the views are down. because of the holidays and stuff. I don't know. But I've noticed this for 2 years now. I guess, thank God, I make a little bit more because I need it for gas. Like, you get what I mean? You know what I mean. Well, I guess it could be worse. I could live in South Africa. Glass half full this morning. Glass half full. At least I was born into the great states, you know. We're headed to do laundry. I just left the gym at Walmart. I had to get an avocado, 2 bananas, and that was it. And then I showered again because I feel gross because it's hot and you just get sticky. Even sitting in the damn air. I've been in the air. The truck, the poor truck, poor Betty, don't never get no break. Poor Betty. Still get sticky back there. I'm gonna wash my sheets, my pillowcase, all that shit. And then I'm going to the beach to be a bum. So I don't spend money. Well, except for gas, because it's gonna be like 95 degrees. If it's already 87 damn at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., it's gonna be a hot one again. I set up a new membership to try a new gym, like not a new membership, but a trial. And I really liked the place that I tried this morning. There was like private rooms for you to get dressed. It looked like they had all these vanities, mirrors where you can sit down and do your hair and makeup and shit. I'm like, wow, this looks like a dressing room of a strip club in here. It did. It was very reminiscent of a strip club in the 80s where they had a huge fitting room for the ladies to actually get ready and stuff. It looked like Masters or freaking, you know, like one of the classics. It looked like, I don't know, the Playhouse or something in the back. It was crazy. I was like, oh, okay. A lot of amenities. I see you. I see. The equipment was a little outdated, but other than that, I mean, it was cleaner than the gym that I have now. That was surprising because it is an older establishment. And somehow it was well maintained. It's all about the employees, really. I haven't eaten, but when I did have 2 scoops of protein at like 6 a.m. this morning. When I put my laundry in the wash, I'm going to come back out to the car and have some oatmeal and a banana. Poor girl. Carrying groceries in this heat. Y'all, I watched Fun with Dick and Jane last night. Oh my God. I forgot how good that was. When he goes on the stock market live and the company starts freaking tanking, y'all, I literally uncontrollably laughed for like 10 minutes. I mean, tears pouring down my face. It was so hilarious as an adult. Like, I remember that movie when it came out. I was like, I don't know, probably 18-ish maybe. When did that come out? Hey Siri, When did Fun with Dick and Jane come out?
Fun with Dick and Jane.
2005. So I was 16 or 17 years old because I graduated in 2004. So I would have been 17. I remember watching that with my mom and my dad and my brother. Y'all, it's even funnier, like, as an adult, when you understand the concept of what his company did to him. He was the fall guy. It was a scheme. It was what do they call it? Like a pull-out rug scheme, or yeah, they call it like a pull-out rug scheme. It's where you get all of these people to invest in your company, and then you rob them fucking blind. And I think, allegedly. And so the movie is about Jim Carrey he gets a promotion at this large company, Global Dime or something, and they put him front and center on like CNN stocks. Okay, he's like being broadcast on the news, and he's really the fall guy, and it's fucking hilarious. I mean, it's so crazy that just a year after, when did it say? Shit, I done forgot. 2005. It's crazy because 3 years later, that whole scenario would actually take place all across the country. But like, yeah, crazy. I guess that was the movie to get us all prepared for the '08 recession. You know, it's crazy. They start robbing banks and shit. My favorite part is when he goes down with the group of Hispanic guys to the Home Depot to get a job or whatever it is, and he's like running to get the truck for the job, and he loses his wallet, and then immigration shows up, and his face is all busted up because he's been punched in the face, so he sounds like he has an accent, and so immigration doesn't believe that he's a gringo. And then he says, no, let me call my family and you'll hear that I'm an American. And they call the house, and his son answers the phone. His son has a Hispanic nanny that's teaching him Spanish. So when the ICE call the house, the little boy says, hola! Y'all, if you've not seen this movie, you gotta go see it. Fun with Dick and Jane. It's so good. So good. I lost it when the little boy picked up the phone. He said, hola! And it was ICE on the phone. Oh my God, so good. So good. One of the best movies. Jim Carrey, man, he really had his moment in 90s history. The cable guy. I mean, The Mask, okay? And that's where Cameron Diaz got her start, essentially, was in The Mask. She was the hot girl in The Mask. So that put her on the map. There was so many stars in that movie. Alex Baldwin was in Fun with Dick and Jane, and wouldn't you know it, he's the evil bastard that steals all of this money, all of these billions of dollars from this company. Great movie. Alex Baldwin. Listen, him and his wife are a hot mess express, okay? Express. What a disgrace. Listen, who else was in there? Oh, the drunk. The guy that's the alcoholic that helps them get Alex Baldwin back in the end. He was very popular in the 90s. I don't know what any of these people's names. Jim Carrey. Hola! I was actually surprised he made it on the back of the truck when he was fighting for his life, trying to outrace all of these other potential employers, trying to jump on the back of this truck to get some blue-collar work job. I was surprised he actually made it up there, and then he got punched in the face. Great movie. I'd give it a solid like 8 out of 10 when it comes to like laughing stars, because it's a comedy. So good. I love how Jane didn't want to rob the damn head shop until he revealed to her that the home was in foreclosure, and then she turned savage. She's like, put the money in the bag! As soon as she finds out, she goes into like robbery mode. She's like, all right, we gotta rob these motherfuckers because we about to lose our house. We done had to sell the TV. We had to stop construction on the pool. She quit her job. Lord, it's a great movie. So good. Yeah, so that's what I did last night. Watched that and a bunch of other documentaries. Yeah, I laughed so hard. Hola! Ah. Yeah, Jim Carrey, he had his own little comedic swagger. He really did. Always liked Jim Carrey. He was one of my favorites. I really respected him because of Liar Liar. That movie was so good. So good. I've had better. Oh, snap. 125 in her bra. So good. Yeah, that came out when I was a kid. And I probably shouldn't have been watching that, but you know, that was about the worst you would hear in the 90s. I mean, hell, they got them listening to rap and teaching them to twerk in daycare nowadays. I think that if, you know, Jim Carrey was as bad as it got in the 90s, I don't think that it was that bad in comparison to nowadays. Come on, y'all. What we doing, officer? You holding up traffic, officer. You impeding traffic. Pedal to the metal, officer. Oh. Oh, I'm sweating already. Sweating. Hey, Shane, Debbie. Yeah, it's too early. Thank you, I got them at Walmart. And I saw in here it says Panama Jack and Foster Grant. Foster Grant. Yeah, that was a great laugh last night. I gotta get my sheet off the bed. Pillow. Sheet. Let me just tell you. So he's the fall guy for his company, Jim Carrey in Fun with Dick and Jane. He's the fall guy for his company. And his nanny says, oh, my cousin knows somebody that can get you hired. So her cousin tells him to go over to like this random warehouse, and he's gonna have to wait until a truck shows up. They said, once you see a truck, just start running for it and jump on the back of it, and that means that you got the job in construction. So he's out there waiting for a truck to come by with like 20 other Hispanics, and the truck finally comes by. He takes off running. He's chasing the truck. He gets on the back of the truck. It's got one of them like the metal rebars around the back where he can hold on. And it's him and another Hispanic guy fighting over this job. And the Hispanic guy punches him, cold cocks him right in the face. So he falls off the back of the truck. He drops his wallet out of his back pocket in the street. At this point, his face is swollen up. Y'all, when he makes that joke about calling the authorities, He says to all of these Hispanic guys, he said, that guy should really be arrested. We should call the authorities. And they die out laughing. 2 minutes later, ICE pulls up. Everybody scatters. ICE gets everybody against the wall. And Jim Carrey is standing there with a busted up face, and he can barely, at this point, speak English because he has a speech impediment from being punched in the mouth. And so the ICE guy is like, where's your ID? What's your name? And at some point, the ICE guy says, oh, we've got Jim Carrey down here. And Jim Carrey's like, no, that's my ID. They got him mixed up. Somebody had picked his wallet up off the floor, and they were trying to say that they were him. And so Jim Carrey is pleading with these ICE detectives. He's like, let me call my family, and you'll see that I'm an American. So they call his family, and his little boy, who was learning to speak Spanish from his nanny, answers the phone and goes, hola! Oh, shit. It's one of the best. It's one of the best. Yo. They took him in. They arrested him. It is one of the best parts ever. They don't make comedy like that anymore. Like, see what I'm saying when it comes to our struggles? Like, listen. We need to go back to whatever that was, because that was hilarious. Nobody was fucking offended at the time. And you can see in the movie the appreciation of Mexican culture. You can see in the movie. So it's just crazy that, like, stuff like that got to a point to where people couldn't even produce comedy because people take things such the wrong way. They're offended by their own races nowadays. I told y'all about that, right? At the bar, when I was trying to read something in Spanish, and some woman who spoke Spanish was like, I don't speak Spanish, like denying her heritage. That is wild to me. Regardless of who you are, you should be proud to be you. So denying your heritage and being ashamed of it, that's crazy. But I saw her do this. I even had a discussion with another bartender about it. I was like, she's literally right now like lying. And why is she ashamed of the fact that she speaks Spanish? You should be proud of the fact that you're bilingual. It was weird. Anyways, we need to get back to a point in comedy where we start appreciating each other's differences and we're able to laugh about it, because that shit was comic genius. It was comic genius, okay? I guess, where is... I loved in the movie that they were just so welcoming of him trying to fight for a job against them. I was like, damn, they just let him come try to fight for a job for himself. I appreciate that. Like, that was cute. Funny movie, man. Funny movie. Hola! That's some shit that would happen to me. I go out to find a job. Have to fight to get it, get punched in the face, lose my wallet, lose my car keys, and then immigration shows up, and my face is all fucked up, and I can't speak, and they think that I'm damn not a citizen. That is absolutely, well, with these eyes, I don't think that they could ever do that, but you don't know. You don't know. They're quite dumb nowadays, so you don't know. I hope I never have to meet them. Come with me, and you'll see. Good morning, Flutterby. Ace Ventura, so funny. So funny. Oh, that'll be fun. Floating parade. I hope everybody stays safe out there, critter. Damn it, y'all. Can't lock the car. Y'all, usually I take to this heat and I love it, but the past week, it's just been so hot. I'm miserable. They probably got music on in here. So it's like it was a massive secret that all of that was going on in Africa until Trump sat down with the leader, and now all of these documentaries have started to come out. I told y'all this shit was going to happen. I said either A, they're going to be honest and we're going to see a shift in media so that they can save themselves from being damn taken out. And that's exactly what happened. Now all these truths are coming out. First it was Wuhan, now it's the genocide in Africa. You know, and this has been going on since Nelson Mandela got out of jail, I think in '96. So it's been a slow progression, and you can best believe that this is exactly what Kamala Harris and the Biden administration was planning to do here. Now it makes perfect sense. This is exactly why they brought millions of illegal immigrants here and paved the way for them. That was going to be their soldiers. Listen to what I'm telling you. How fucking scary. For the life of me, I couldn't figure out what the plan was. I just knew that there was a plan for them to take all of that money away from FEMA, pour it into illegal immigration, pay for these people's homes, pay for these people to have food, pay for these people education, pay for these people's children. To do that, I knew there was a reason that they were doing that. I couldn't figure out what the reason was. What was the plan? The plan was mass genocide in the West, in my opinion. They were going to do the same thing that they did in South Africa to us. That was the plan. Why would they bring all of these Haitians, all of these people from the Middle East, all of these people from China, all of these people that are known enemies, but also people who are illegal immigrants? Why would they bring them here and pave the way for them? We knew that it had a lot to do with securing Democratic votes for the future. But in my opinion, it's much more than that. They were planning mass genocide of the West, of white people. No one will ever convince me otherwise. Unless new evidence comes out that could show another theory for why they brought all of these illegals here, then maybe I'll listen to that. If there's another theory on why they did this. But there was absolutely a fucking plan, and nobody will deter me from that belief. The government doesn't want to fucking help anybody. So the fact that they were helping said group of specific people shows me that there was a plan in motion. It is scary that people are so willing to just accept whatever the media puts out there. They never go and do their own research. They never go and look at media from other countries, such as Africa or Australia, or, I mean, there's so many, India. I can name thousands of places that you can get media from that are not from the West, and they will tell you the truth about a story. And this has been going on for almost 20 years. When you refuse to allow people to integrate into society by obtaining education, work, property, when their basic civil rights are being violated and you're not allowing them to integrate into society, to be a contributing member of society, that is genocide. It's some scary shit, and now it all makes sense to me. And I do believe, like I said, I do believe that this is why Trump did this. He wants us to know. He's telling us without telling us what Biden and Harris's plan was, in my opinion. It's much bigger than South Africa, honey. It's way bigger than South Africa. They were going to do this shit all over the world. It's crazy. That was the plan. Remember, I've been asking for 2 years, what was the end result? Why are they bringing illegals here that we can't support when we got Americans suffering? I couldn't figure it out. Now it makes perfect fucking sense. DEI policies. It all makes perfect sense now. Some scary fucking shit. And I wonder how many generations they've been planning this, because, I mean, it absolutely has been planned. I think the craziest part is watching them put the plan into motion and knowing that it actually fucking worked, and that's how easy it is to overthrow a government and send a whole country into communism and back into Nazi fucking concentration camps. I mean, sure, it wouldn't be Nazis, it would probably be Marxists, but, you know, I mean, Marxists, Nazis, who cares? Who gives a fuck? Genocide is genocide, controlling the people and stripping them of power. Controlling the people and stripping them of power. That's what they've done to the white people in South Africa. They can't even find work. Sounds familiar to me. Sounds familiar to me. I guess you'd really have to live it to understand it. Most people have been in their current position for a few years. Some people longer than that. So it looks like Nelson Mandela got out of jail, and there was a shift in government where they started making it impossible for white people to even educate their children. People don't know how good they have it here. Here, if you don't send your child to school, you go to jail. In Africa, you send your child to school and they send them the fuck home because they're white. Like, the opportunities that we have here, we're so blessed to have. The system that we have built, it's not perfect, but it's much better than other countries, and they absolutely were planning to do this shit all over the world, in my opinion. Watching those documentaries It's heartbreaking to see people who want to be part of a system and they're not allowed to be part of a system because they're white. And then to see the leaders in the street talking about killing these people. Too much. Too much. I actually did not watch one Fox report on this. I actually went and watched documentaries. Sure did. Some of which just came out because they weren't allowed to be released until recently, until Trump got into office. Like I said last year, there's going to be a lot of media that comes out, and we're going to be finding out new shit that is surprising and shocking that they've actually knew for years, but they weren't allowed to talk about it because the media wouldn't let them. This has been going on for over 17 years. And not only were they not allowed to get educated, receive medical care, buy property, obtain a job, but anyone that owned property, they've had their property stolen from them, scammed from them. They've been tortured, bullied, and oppressed to the point that they had to hand over their property. This has been going on for almost 2 decades. And in my opinion, it was the blueprint for what they plan to do around the world. Let's see if it works in Africa first. Let's see if we can oppress all of these white people, turn them into the problem, and starve them out till they all die. And they did it. That's exactly what they fucking did. If you can't find a job, and your family also can't find a fucking job, and everyone in your white community can't find a fucking job, and you know, race has really got nothing to do with this. I don't care if these people were fucking Indian, it would still be wrong. I'm in the business of right and wrong. I'm not in the business of giving a fuck about skin color. But it is ironic because the whole reason that these people are being oppressed is because of their skin color. I just want to be clear, I don't give a fuck what they were. It's wrong, and that's why I care. It's so wrong. And I will always believe that this was the plan. I've been asking for years, why would they do this? Why would they leave those gates open? Why would they leave the border open? Why would they pay for people when they're not even taking care of Americans? And during the election, I thought that it had to do with securing votes for the future. If they can brainwash these people and they feed these people and they clothe these people and they house these people, then these people will be absolutely loyal to the leftist party and the Democrats. I really thought that it had a lot to do with votes, and I still think it had something to do with that. But I really think that the Biden and Harris administration was trying to turn this country into South Africa. 100%. That makes more sense than anything else. Imagine bringing so many illegal immigrants here that are willing to fight and die for you. We wouldn't have a shot in hell keeping our country in control if the radical left were to make all of these people rise up at the same time like they did in Africa. Like they did in Africa. Listen to what I'm telling you. And we all know that most Americans are sheep. They're scared. They're not going to be out here in the streets fighting for their damn freedom. It's crazy. You know, and I think that we need to hone in soon at a talk it too on what communities came from what countries, because I find it very interesting that a lot of people that we took actually came from hostile, violent communities before they came here. Like they were already, like, you know, predisposed to violence, killing. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. President Trump is a goat. Do you hear me? He is an absolute goat. The way that he embarrassed the leader of Africa, I mean, it's just, it's comical. But it's also you can see that he is caught red-handed. When Trump turns the video on and this leader is up there preaching about genocide and hate, he's preaching hate speech. You can see that he's busted. You can see that he's busted, and he knows it. He's like, oh, damn. Your trunk is open, lady. Yeah, you can't even get a job in South Africa if you're white. You can't even get an interview. They discriminate against anyone that's white. You cannot get basic things like you can't get your children educated. You can't get medical care. I mean, you are literally living in the slums, the lowest level of poverty, because no one in your community can work. All of these white people are left to live off the land and beg from the government for some kind of help, which we all know doesn't come. So, and it's been going on for decades, right under our noses. The blueprint for taking over the world. This was the blueprint for taking over the world. And you know, it's crazy to think that people could be that evil, but they've been bred this way for centuries. Kamala Harris came from a long line of them, and this shit has been set up just like the data Republican reported. You can go through the files, the data, and you can see that these people were birthed with they came from a long line of elites. They've been brainwashed since birth to believe in certain shit and to run the world a certain way. Some scary shit, but it's literally the Game of Thrones in real life. Without the dragons. That would be cool. That would be really cool. Hell, they just brought back the dire wolf. Maybe they'll do a damn pterodactyl next. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. It's some scary shit. Due to the fact that they implemented those DEI policies the way that they did, and the way that I've been discriminated against in the job market, and the hate that I've faced based on my skin color, I'm from my personal experience, I will always believe that they were trying to enact some form of power and control, communism, genocide in the West, just like they did in South Africa. I will have that belief till I die. And I feel like they were trying to implement it across the world too, and that's exactly why they paid to have illegals, known criminals too, known criminals, people that were on FBI watch list, they just let in here and invited. Just download the app, and when you get here, we'll give you instructions through the app. I mean, honestly, I think after learning what I've learned about South Africa for the past 2 days, I think that we are very fortunate that worse shit didn't happen in the past 5 years. We made it out. He's out of fucking office. There's no chance of Kamala Harris becoming president. We literally dodged massive bullets, and I am surprised that worse things did not take place. And I'm so glad for the people that were fighting against that administration the whole 4 years, because you best believe if there weren't people out here fighting, this would be a goddamn communist country right now. And it still might be. We're not completely out of the water. We don't know what's going to happen in 4 years. I'm still surprised that Biden never fucking won. He wasn't even in his right frame of fucking mind. Ever. Call me crazy. Maybe he was in the 80s and the early 90s, but like, he, in my opinion, he was not mentally, emotionally, intelligently equipped to ever be president to fucking start with. So I think that is the more concerning part, is that people actually voted him into office. Terrifying. Let's go put this softener in. Where did I put the card? Yeah, no shit. No shit, I think Trump plans to do that. I mean, he called him out on his bullshit, showed him video, and I posted a video on my short if you want to go hear a song that they were singing. They were singing, kill the poor, steal the farmer's land. Imagine showing up at a fucking rally, your friend just invites you, you don't even know what the rally's for. They said, oh, it's some new political leader that's amazing, and then you get out there and they are chanting and going pew, pew, pew. You can go see the video on my shorts. They are chanting and they are talking about killing people, white people. It's crazy, terrifying music. Y'all, I'm gonna have to go out to the car and get some quarters because these fucking dryers stink like urine. Okay? I get so sick of this shit. Like, they literally smell like urine. So first of all, the water in Jacksonville is highly contaminated. I don't know what the fuck is in it, but it ain't right, honey. Second of all, homeless people come into this laundromat with their soiled laundry and they just put it in there. They don't give a fuck about cross-contamination. They don't give a fuck about people getting sick. And you know, I blame the laundromat because they should fucking refuse to let people wash their laundry that smell like that. But instead, they just put us all at risk of being sick instead of telling a few people that they can't do their laundry here. You know, telling them that they can't do their laundry here would make them refrain from bringing in pissy ass clothes to start with. It's disgusting. Well, I don't know if this is going to come out right, but oh God, I'm just going to leave it alone for a minute. Let it naturally fall. Don't the West celebrate Nelson Mandela? Doesn't the West celebrate Nelson Mandela? I could have swore we learned about him in school. Not what I'm reading now, of course, but we learned about him in school. '60s, '70s, '80s, '90s, 2000s. So this has been going on for like 60, 70 years. You don't learn about Nelson anymore? I mean, that's probably a good thing. He was a Marxist. Yeah, they didn't teach me that in school. Did you know that? Yeah, part of the Communist Party, he was a Marxist. He actually taught Marxist beliefs. And we celebrate him in the West. Listen to what I'm telling you. Unbelievable. What is typically missing from Nelson Mandela's account of his early years, it's typically missing. He also insisted that Marxism be responsive to South African conditions. The missing pieces are starting to fit into the puzzle, honey. U.S. President Barack Obama, y'all, this is crazy. I'm going crazy. U.S. President Barack Obama described him as an heir to the Gandhi and Abraham Lincoln, a figure who defeated apartheid, that's that group, through moral courage alone. So this goes, so he's got ties with the Obamas as well. Is this starting to make sense? It is for me, honey. It's making perfect. It's crystal clear. Crystal clear. Blah, 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 blah. Apartheid? I can't say it. Government. Marxism is the devil. What are you talking about? Marxism, y'all are crazy. Some of y'all literally need to be on fucking watch list. Not adding anything because you don't know anything. I know. You can't pick up a phone and look at anything other than damn Obama likes me, and I agree. Why won't it show that? That's some bullshit. YouTube blocked you. I'm just sitting here like wondering why we ever was given any kind of notoriety to someone who was part of a communist party. That would be like taking Hitler and idolizing him. But because he was black, it was okay. Nelson Mandela. Why did they put him front and center in the 60s in America when he had nothing to do with the West? First of all, he was in Africa. Why did he become an idol in American culture? Riddle me this, Batman. What did he have to do with American culture? And why did he become an American idol in American culture? And why did the education system push him front and center? Because I remember reading about Nelson Mandela in the 90s and early 2000s in school. So they taught literature. Hey, Cecilia. They taught literature that taught African American and white children to idolize this man, and he was part of a communist party and a Marxist. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. And he still, what's the word, revered as this great leader when it's literally right in our faces. Here are 6 moments from Mandela's Marxist past that you won't hear on CNN. Nelson Mandela is one of the greatest political heroes of the last century. This is what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck is going on? He spent much of his life as a radical Marxist, aligned with global communist luminaries, leading to a political party that eventually embraced the violent overthrow of the government in South Africa. And this is when the hate and killing of white South Africans started. And it's been going on since. This fucker's been dead for 20 years. It's been going on since. This was the start of more racism and the genocide of white South Africans. I just don't understand why we idolize clearly evil people. This would put him right next to Hitler in hell. Much of the U.S. resistance stemmed from Mandela's affinity for Marxist ideas and his long-standing association with the hardline communists. At his 1962 trial on charges of enticing worker strikes, Mandela insisted that he was not a member of a communist party. Of course, official Communist Party membership is a much different thing than being heavily influenced by Marxism and socialism, which Mandela certainly was, to the great benefit of his people. Mandela was closely aligned with Marxists around the globe until his death. His affinity for Marxism began as the ideology was the leading global language of an anti-oppression. Today we're witnessing a resurgence as the ongoing job crisis around the globe has pushed young people to re-examine capitalism. He was not a methodical thinker. His ideological perspective shifted over the course of more than 60 years as a political leader. Here are his top Marxist moments. Quote, massive property and obscene inequality are such terrible scourges of our times in which the world boasts breathtaking advances in science, technology, industry, and wealth accumulation, that they have to rank alongside slavery and apartheid as social evils. Overcoming poverty is not just a gesture of charity, it's an act of justice. It is the protection of the fundamental human rights, the right to dignity and a decent life, while poverty persists and there is no true freedom. This was Mandela during a 2005 speech on global poverty. His support for Marxism, revolutionary, and former Cuban President Fidel Castro. Wow. They're all friends. Of course they are. He actually praised Fidel Castro, saying, quote, "Long live the Cuban Revolution, long live Comrade Fidel Castro. Cuban internationalists have done so much for African independence, freedom, and justice. We admire the sacrifices of the Cuban people in maintaining their independence and sovereignty in the face of a vicious campaign designed to destroy the advances of the Cuban Revolution. We want to control our destiny. There can be no surrender. The Cuban Revolution has been a source of inspiration to all freedom-loving people." Mandela said this during a speech at a Cuban rally in July 26 of 91. Mandela's efforts to equalize wealth distribution by nationalizing South African industries, including banking and mining, through his support in the 1955 Freedom Charter, which ultimately failed, under the subhead, quote, "The people shall share the country's wealth." Good. Y'all looking to pay reparations to all these people in the West that want them? "The national wealth of our county, the heritage of all South Africans, shall be restored to the people. The mineral wealth beneath the soil, the banks, and the monopoly industry shall be transferred to the ownership of the people as a whole. All shall have the right to occupy land wherever they choose. Men and women of all races shall receive equal pay for equal work." And this is a lie. This never took place. He absolutely created a system that prevented whites from being able to work, and so they have no livelihood because they can't work, which is leading to their deaths, which is genocide. His close personal and political relationship with the leader of South African Communist Party, Joe Slovo, Comrade Joe, as Mandela called him. When the working people started enjoying, as a right, a roof over their heads, affordable medical care, and quality education, and a rise in standard of living, there's been no rise of standard of living. All of this is bullshit. There's been no change in 20 years except for more poverty, more strife, more divide, and more violence. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So it looks like they didn't want labor unions of some sort. The former South African president, ardent support for labor unions. Upon release from his 27-year imprisonment, in 1990, Mandela took a trip to the U.S. where he stopped at a Ford Motor Company auto plant in Dearborn, Michigan, to express his affinity with union workers. The long-standing alliance between Nelson Mandela's African National Congress and the South African Communist Party. He said, quote, "What unites us today is the struggle against racial oppression, and we are not prepared to investigate the political ideology of any other political member of the ANC as long as he or she supports the basic aim of destroying racial oppression." So they said that they wanted to end racial oppression, but they actually created it, and they created a system that was built to oppress white people, and it's blatant racism. The entire government is being ran this way in South Africa. If you are white, you have no opportunities. And it's my belief that they were going to do this around the world. They started here with DEI programs and inviting illegal immigrants into this country. It was part of a bigger plan, you guys, in my opinion. I just, for the life of me, do not understand. There's so much stuff on Nelson Mandela and Marxism. So much stuff. I could probably spend a lifetime looking into his Marxist past. It's crazy. You know, Kamala Harris allegedly was part of this group as well. Even though, you know, she's Irish. This is crazy. I love that Trump put it out there. You know, I really do. This is what we need. Now it's making sense. Now it makes sense. For the life of me, I cannot understand why our government would put us in the position that they did for 4 years. This makes it make sense. They were trying to do this around the world, honey. In my opinion. In my opinion. Let's go do laundry. A leader of the Marxism group. Yeah, that's what I read too, that Kamala's dad was. Yeah. They traced it all the way back to like her dad's dad. It was crazy. I used to love Hootie and the Blowfish. Banger. Yeah, and I agree with Trump bringing those people here. It's so crazy to me how all those other people could be brought here, but just a few white people and it's a problem. That shit right there shows you how radically racist the left is. They didn't have no problem with 20 million people, but they have a problem with a few white ones from Africa. And did I mention that those people that came from Africa are actually willing to work and they're like ready to start agricultural production? Okay. For real, Cecilia, you got that right. Oh yeah, it's always crazy, man. It's like, damn. You bring all these people here that was living off the damn system, and Trump brings a damn handful of people that are trying to contribute to the system, and then it's a problem. It's like, but wait a minute, hold the phone. Y'all didn't have a problem with all the damn people soaking up all the damn resources around here. But y'all got a problem with damn farmers that are going to come and grow food. I mean, it's because their fat asses live off McDonald's, so they they don't see the importance, you know what I mean? Oh, God. Good morning. Hello. Let's get something to eat. I know I said I was going to do a banana, but now I actually am craving something. Let's do banana and oatmeal. I'm starving now. Well, it's lunchtime, that's why. Damn. Y'all, it is so hot. It is 90 degrees already. This man walking to the store is so sad. I don't get rides. I don't have chairs to get rides. I don't have seats. Sad. I feel bad for people when I see them struggling like this. Reduced sugar oatmeal. Damn it. Let that set for a second. I need a banana. I don't think he's ready. It's okay. I'm sure that this is the only like laundromat that allows homeless people to wash clothes, but like it's a major problem. It's a major problem in laundromats. The smell. I just worry a lot about cross-contamination. Try to shove this down. It's so hot. I wanted a burger, but whatever. I did it. Anyone sexually harassing me will be blocked immediately. Lord have mercy, y'all. Or something else, you know what I mean? People see a video from 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and they think that that was recent. Like, get the fuck out of here, please. Oh my God. What it is motherfuckers don't work on themselves. You know what I mean? That's exactly what it is. So they don't expect anybody to change because most people never change. Weirdos. Widows. Herb alert. Herb alert. Damn it. What's that? Checking my email to see if I got that test back in. I had to set up a whole new email for school. Oh, I don't want all that stuff mixed together. I need a straight line. Oh God. Today. I was gonna go work out. Now I don't even feel like it. Maybe I just need to cool off. It's so damn hot. It ain't even lunchtime yet. What a time love. It's so crazy because like people called me crazy when I was looking for work and I would say, oh, it's because of my skin color. People called me crazy. I never want to hear that shit again. Ever. It's just crazy that I went through what I went through, and we were at a point in society where I couldn't even talk about what I was going through as I was going through it. You know what I mean? Couldn't even talk about it while I was going through it. So it's just crazy that what they've been through in South Africa is some of the same type of treatment that I've faced. If I had blue hair and 15 nose piercings and an eyebrow piercing and I weighed 250 pounds, sure, I'd probably have a fucking job. But a system that we currently have where people are terrified of Jesus and they want to damn crucify you like they did him because you're not one of the cool kids. It's the same shit. We were this close. We were this close from being South Africa. And hell, who's to say it's never to come? It's done spread in all over the world at this point. It's been 20 years of this shit going on. And I experienced it. It's crazy. You know, I went into Wawa the other morning. The little girl that they had in there making coffee, she sure enough don't work there no more. They got a whole new barista. And ironically, there was coffee in the pots too. Interesting. God, it's beautiful today. But God, if it ain't hot. My truck says 90 degrees. 90. But I think it was only supposed to be like 87 today. Of course it was. Tons of people on the beach already. With that boat jumping waves. Somebody ran over a damn possum and a raccoon. Shit. Damn. You know what's crazy? Y'all remember that van that pulled up on me on that dirt road that day? Never saw them again. I've been looking for them because I'm nosy. Never saw them again. I figured by his military fatigues that he went to base here. No, not from what I can see. From what I can see, he wasn't even from around here. Even more creepy. Haven't seen him again. And I go past that same road, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day. Okay, you're taking too long. I'm coming over here. Oh, God. It's hot. It ain't secret. It ain't no secret. If you're out here living it, you know what's going on. It ain't no secret. It's out in the open. I've literally had employers tell me that hiring me will, quote, cause problems. Because I'm white. And the whole restaurant was black. It ain't no secret. They're doing this shit right out in the open and have been. This is what I bought at the store. And I remember when I talked about that, and people called me crazy. They called me a racist for recognizing that I had racism done to me. The fucking irony. You know what I mean? It was, you know, I'm just so grateful to Trump because for so long I felt like I was losing my goddamn mind. I got a lot of problems. But when it comes to my placement in society, I am not one. So, you know, yeah. Then there's that. I picked up this knife at the Walmart for $1.50. Surely it'll be better than that camping knife that I have that is dull. It worked fine until I cut my finger almost off, and then all of a sudden it's dull. Alright. Well, I don't know how long that little crappy sheath is going to stay on there, but... And why the hell did they give you a hole to hang it up, but the sheath, it won't stay in... Where was it made? Probably fucking China. Who cares? You know, like... Made in China. We can tell. No, I'm joking. This is definitely an American design that was sent to China to be made. We can tell. You know what I mean? It's got a hole for you to hang it up. But I'm the problem. I want some comfy shorts. These shorts, I'm so bloated and they're squeezing me. Damn. My laundry bag is all the way in the back. Can you grab it for me, please? Please. You're so mean to me. Always beating on me. I'm joking. Ow. Damn it. Ow, that was my ass crack and it hurt. I'm always getting hurt. Welcome. Those will work. I like those. Ow, something's stabbing me in my leg. I'm falling apart. Excuse me. Oh, God. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, let's put laundry up. Y'all, I honestly don't know if I'm getting out the car today. I don't. It's so freaking hot. I'm miserable already. Oh, my pants won't stay up now. Now these are too little. Or too big. Alright, clothes. Hello? Good morning. We're spring cleaning. Hunty, it's so hot. Hunty! How hot is it? Hell. hell. It's hell hot. It's hell hot. It's hotter than hell in July. In May. In May. It's May. It's May. May Day. Already. I can't get this damn pill in here. You son of a biscuit. You get in there, goddammit. This can go in my bath bag. This is a kitchen towel. I don't know the next time I'm gonna. This can go in the back, and then I'm gonna start on the bed. Oh God, I just need some air, honey. Am I fucking going through menopause already? They should call it menopause, because that's when your life starts to fall apart. Menopause. Everything starts to fall apart. You start to fall down uncontrollably. You can't help it. It's the hot flashes. The low estrogen causes your life to just fall apart. They should call it menopause. I like that. I don't want to be out in this mess. I hope it rains. I hope it pours. I hope the bottom drops out and a tsunami hit. No, I'm joking. I do want it to rain because it's hot. It's hotter than Satan's balls out here. Just paid the bill. Like, it feels like 98 and it's 90 degrees. 90 degree, 98. $98 degrees. Ain't that crazy already? Absolutely. 98 degrees. Never ended. Alright, I'm gonna make the bed. Where's the sheet? Oh, it's all up. With a whole mouthful of I woke up, my hair was like strapped to my face with the Starburst juice. I just got out of the shower like 3 hours ago. It was about 8 a.m. I walked in there a couple hours ago. God, I'm already sweating and nasty. Oh. Sorry about like something out here and he's got a trailer on his truck. I did not see that. Trash. Laundry detergent back in the basket. I didn't even get to use any of that because I forgot. Towel for the gym later. I don't know if I'll go take a shower tonight. It depends on if I get out the car today. If I don't get out the car, I'm not taking a shower tonight. I'll take one in the morning. I'm sorry I got heartburn. I went and took one this morning. I don't feel like lifing today, okay? Listen, I know I am typically full of energy. But sometimes I don't have energy, okay? I think I'm just going to leave my door covers right there. I think I'm just going to leave those right there. Instead of shoving them back there. I need to get this trash out. I need a vacuum. These are charged. Usually that basket is a lot more organized than that, so yeah. It is what it is for me, okay? We're just gonna half-ass it today. There's my trash. Oh my God. Alright. Jeez Louise. How many bottles? 3, 4? Just a few. Oh. At least it's clean in here. Shit. I wonder if there's an afternoon matinee for Lilo and Stitch. Good morning. Oh. At least it's clean in here. Ouch! Fucking seatbelt thing! Damn it, that's gonna be a bruise. I just got rid of one on the top of my leg. Ow! God! Man. That'll look real classy. Who's been whooping your ass, Brooke? Me! Me! I've been whooping my own ass. Me! Whooping my own ass time after time. My bag's packed. I didn't put no clothes in there. That'll be a pain in the ass to do later. I'll be like, God, why didn't I pack clothes in there at the same time I put the towel in there? Because I'm lazy. I need to eat something like real. You too. Be safe safe out there. That shit still hurts. Y'all, they took all the dyes out of Wendy's. All the Red 40 is gone out of everything. Did Wendy's really remove the dye out of everything? And I saw a video where they actually did, so I know it's true, but like, yes, Wendy's has made a move to remove artificial dyes from all of their menu items, including the Frosty. The chili still has dyes in it, allegedly. Well, that's good. They really over here talking about the Wendy's logo changing her hair color. What is going on right now? Y'all, I'm about to run. I'm gonna go be lazy for a little while. We might get some food later. I need to eat something good today. I haven't really had an appetite because I've been so stressed out, and I still am. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I gotta eat something, so we'll go get something eventually. I'm gonna go relax. Go relax. Throw this trash away. Maybe wipe the inside down. It could stand a wiping. You need to wipe it probably almost every day. Like disinfectant wipes that I have with Fabuloso. Almost once a day I go down over this. But everything else that's like leather or plastic, I try to wipe it down too. It just gets dirty so fast, so you're gonna have to wipe things down probably every day. Do laundry 2 or 3 times a week. Vacuum it out once a week. I mean, it's always something to do cleaning wise in here. Literally, there's always something to do. There's not a time that I can think of that I've ever been like, oh, there's nothing for me to do. Literally, there's always something to do in here when it comes to just the regular upkeep of living in here. Because it's such a confined space. You have to take care of it differently than you would your home where you can spread out. I'm actually going to spray this seat down with that Febreze because I've been sweating a lot. I usually clean it with Dawn soap and water and a towel, and then I'll let it dry overnight. But I'm going to Febreze it down because I've been sweating, and we'll scrub it down again. I clean the carpet in here too. I don't give a shit. I will throw Fabuloso the fuck down with a bucket of water and scrub the hell out the carpet before I have the car nasty. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I try to take care of it. I need to clean those floor mats too because they have sand on them. I'm just gonna go relax for a little while, and then maybe we'll go to the car wash. Maybe. I don't feel like it. I need to though. I need to bad. I need to vacuum. I hate I had to take it in to get it serviced yesterday with the floors looking like this. It's disgusting. I literally see a pumpkin seed in the passenger seat floorboard. I love you guys. I hope y'all have a great morning. Afternoon. It's afternoon now. Yeah, definitely look into that, the genocide and the killing and conditioning of South Africans. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I love you guys, and be safe, and I'm praying for y'all, and y'all be safe out there, and we'll talk soon. Bye, y'all.